The days are short and the nights are long with sub-zero temperatures, and for hours on end there is little to no power. This is life in Ukraine under the shadow of Russia's war there and repeated bombardment of cities and key power infrastructure. But tonight, the brave, resilient people there continue to live their lives as they hope for a better and warmer tomorrow. Ines De La Cuetara files this in-depth report from Ukraine.
There's a touch of magic in this music school. As in most of Ukraine, darkness permeates its halls. Yet burning embers of hope have still found a way to shine through. 10-year-old Ruth Gorshkova uses music to help her forget about Russia's war in her country. The brutal conflict now roughly 10 months long. The only light she has to play by is from a flashlight. But she still goes to her lessons. Her own small way of standing up to the Russians.
Do you want to leave?
No. With no lights, I have a light in my heart.
Winter. It is particularly brutal in Ukraine, with biting winds and sub-freezing temperatures. Russia has been weaponizing the year's coldest season, zeroing in on Ukraine's critical infrastructure over the last 2 months. Relentless missile strikes have halved the country's power capacity. Now millions of Ukrainians are experiencing shortages of power and running water, some for more than 12 hours a day. Officials say these blackouts could last until at least March. At night, buses and cars navigate dimly lit streets, and customers must shop with only the glow of their phones to guide them. Residents like Maxim Kondratovich have been forced to camp out in their own homes, boiling water with a kerosene stove, stocking up on camping equipment in preparation for longer blackouts.
You're really prepared.
Yeah, that's how we live.
How you live now,
Yeah.
Even the children of Ukraine are being tested.
We don't care if it take for us months, years without light, even in the middle of the winter. And it's like our spirit to continue to go on, and it's like our sacrifice.
Aid groups are scrambling to provide blankets, generators, and medical supplies, with reports of surgeries being done in the dark.
This right here is the new front in this war. These crews working overtime to keep the power going through winter, and over here, their truck even struck by bullets.
One person died, 2 more were injured, the equipment burned down. But you see, our work was risky even before the war. We work as we have been working before dealing with emergencies, but that was for the short time, and now it is every day.
The lack of heat, power, and water has led Ukrainian officials to urge evacuations in the southern Kherson and Mykolaiv regions. Teams of volunteers urgently working to get the elderly and disabled to safety. 72-year-old Larissa lives with the constant sound of shelling. She pays little attention, instead focusing on her garden. But with the looming threat of airstrikes and further power outages, she's decided she can no longer hold out. Larissa evacuating her home of 25 years, but it's not the furniture pieces or memories she's leaving behind that seem to pain her most. After volunteers help her into this white passenger van, she and 2 others will soon be taken to a waiting train bound away from the horror of falling bombs, but also far from the comfort of home. For the ones that do stay, it is critical that aid gets in.
We go with the social workers and bring them this food basket.
So today there's 15 people total that you're going to see.
Yeah.
And every day it's different numbers.
Yeah.
We follow them to see 67-year-old Ludmila and her 90-year-old mother, Isabella, who are dependent on these deliveries to survive.
It's scary, terrifying, especially for my mother. It's the second war she's living through.
But even in the darkest of days, Ukrainians still remain defiant. Valentina is a former teacher determined to stay put for as long as possible, singing to keep her hopes up.
The simple truth about the love she brings to me. Where do I start? I love to sing very much.
She still goes about her daily life, cooking and listening to the radio, but she's always aware of just how dangerous her situation is. She keeps a bag packed with essentials, a passport, her valuables, gauze, and her favorite poem.
What should I do? I will be sitting, yes, and crying, yes. No, I will be fighting.
Even though Ukraine may be in the middle of a seemingly never-ending winter of darkness, no war can extinguish the fire burning deep inside the resilient people here who bravely push on, hoping brighter days will return. Famous Ukrainian poet Lesia Ukrainka wrote, "I am alive, I'll live eternally, I have that in my heart which cannot die."
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.